Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Lunawood. We're gonna do that again. Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Lunawood. So as always with Lunawood, I'm joined by my builder. One more time. Hey everybody. BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new episode here of Lunawood. So today for Lunawood, before we get going into our new stuff here, gotta welcome in my builder in... Why do I keep saying that? Builder in what? I don't know how I'm gonna finish that. I keep saying it, but I don't know what I'm gonna finish that with. Hey everybody! BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new episode here of Lunawood. So, of course, whenever I'm here in Lunawood, I'm joined by my compadre there, Mr. HPK. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
All right. So yeah, for the last little bit there, last 2-ish weeks, I've went ahead and had the park, and you can kind of see already where we're heading, what's all the new stuff there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and walk on in. Give you a little frame of reference real quick. We're right outside the other new stuff of the park here, right at the edge of the American Adventure area of the park, just so you can get your frame of reference. But, yeah, let's go ahead and head on in here.
Yeah, at the end of the episode, we'll zoom out so you can see where we're at,
yeah,
as we usually do.
Yep. So, this area, I guess I don't officially have a welcome sign or like a name or anything, but this area is called CenterVille, and we'll see a name for that. So this is really taken inspiration from the new area in Carowinds for Copperhead Strike. I can't remember the actual name of it. It's something landing. But anyways, yeah, this is taking heavy inspiration from that there. So. But yeah, as we come in here, you kind of see the sign for CenterVille, and yeah, this is going to be centered around a little town called CenterVille here. So there's your first look down the main street here of CenterVille.
Voila.
So yeah, I guess the big feeling I wanted to have here was I guess this kind of feels like American Adventure a little bit, but just really like a lot more themed up. I've shared a few teasers on my Twitter and stuff like that, and people were like, wait, is that Lunawood? Because that looks really themed. And yeah, no, it definitely is. This is going to be one of the newest areas of the park, so the budget for this area is pretty high.
Yeah, the newest. This is actually... Yeah. The area that is open for the first time in 2020 or whatever. So
right. Yep. So everything here is fresh,
brand
clean,
spanking new.
Yep. So we'll kind of start left to right kind of thing here. So there's a little farmer's market here. If you followed my Coal Creek Park series, this might look familiar. I went ahead, I made this for Coal Creek Park, but since I've kind of stopped building in that park forever, figured why let this go to waste in a file that no one's ever going to see. So kind of brought over my my farmer's market build here for Lunawood.
And it fits right in, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, ideally, you'd probably have a lot of, like, I was kind of thinking how Silver Dollar City and Dollywood kind of have local vendors kind of come in over the weekends or just whenever to kind of sell their own local goods. So I kind of figured this would be the same thing where local vendors could come into the park and kind of sell their stuff there. So
yeah, and we're right next to the border of the park, so that works too.
Yeah, exactly. So you have that, and you have your little seating area here for, it's a little ma and pa restaurant here. Nothing too big. You'd go in and not be able to sit inside. It's just a quick QSR and bring your food back out here and sit underneath the little pergolas and everything like that. We're gonna get a look at this place.
Man, I really like that because it's different but it looks like it's really super simple, but it looks like it's not.
I was looking up a lot of references for this, and Cedar Point and a few other places have kind of gotten these new outdoor seating areas, and a lot of them use this really simple architecture when it comes to like not shade cover, but I guess pergolas and stuff. It's really not that complicated for a lot of newer builds, so that was my inspiration for that there. Then yeah, right over here we have just a tiny, it's actually, I noted to HPK, it's like, I think I've built this building too small, actually, because you'll bonk your head as you walk in. But yeah, super tiny little gift shop here where you could probably only hold like a family of 4 that would go in there kind of thing. But yeah, just a little off the path, little gift shop.
I like the shocker there.
The shocker, yeah, this is you'd see this at like the Wisconsin Dells or any other sort of like tourist trap place where you put a quarter in and it vibrates your butt really hard. You know,
that could be a little photo shop there.
100%, yeah.
You sit down and you have your photo taken in the shocker.
In the shocker, yeah, right behind the. We'll get to that. Right behind the Terror Vader. So we're gonna go back up this way a little bit and show off our water gun fun. I wanted to put in one of the Midway games here. This is taken from. Well, originally it was built by Ruble Trillions, and then HPK used this for his boardwalk area, and then I took that and redid it for this area. So this is iteration like 3 of Ruble Trillions' original Midway games. So,
but it definitely fills a corner. So,
yeah. Originally, I had a tree here and maybe a seating area, and it's just like, yeah, that works. But in a theme park, especially kind of this area, I feel like they'd really want to maximize profits, kind of thing, and throw in as much stuff to buy and do and kind of thing. So. And then right across from us, we have the Lunawood gasoline or gas station there that was built by SDanWolf. I can't even tell you how long ago now, years ago. I don't even know.
I think it was actually right after he did the log flume. We were talking about building stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna whip up a couple buildings for Lunawood," and they ended up being too themed, so we never used them. And Drew was like, "You know what? Those buildings will work in what I want to do." So we ended up using them. Thanks, SDanWolf.
Yes, sir. So yeah, they finally, after I think he may have showed them off on his channel like one time because he was doing bar mill builds, and that was about it. So yeah, now they are finally in a park and can be marveled at. Now I didn't put anything in there as far as like a gift shop or anything. I don't think this would be an in-use building and more of a facade, or maybe it'd be like a staff room or something. But I don't think it would be a guest-used building.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have stuff like that too.
Yep.
Maybe, like you said, a staff room, a break room, or maybe it's just has storage.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. But no guests can go in there. You have your little, maybe there can be a demonstration over here where this guy's working on the car, but mainly just a themed up structure there. So there's that. Then I'll show this off real quick. This is the exit to our one of our 3 rides in this land here. But this is a little seating area there for anybody. This is recommended by HPK because he's like the king of just put a plaza down. Just put some seating down. You know what that area needs? How about some seating?
So. I do like open, comfortable plazas.
Right. So there's the HPK Plaza. Well, that's what we'll name that. So coming down, speaking of that theme of empty buildings, here's another empty building that I had in Lunawood that was going into, actually no one's ever seen this building up until now, or not Lunawood, sorry, Coal Creek Park. This was being built for a new section of Coal Creek Park that literally never was shown off because I never finished it, but again, I figured may as well bring it on in here. It kind of fits the aesthetic that we're going for, which I didn't even mention. This whole place is kind of set in the late 20s, late 1920s, early 1930s, right around the Depression and the no booze era for Americans and stuff like that. So that's kind of the architecture that we're going for there.
Yeah, and not only does it feel that way, but it also has like the architecture feels that way because that's the way it's meant to feel. But it also has like the country like hominess of like, obviously we'll get to the main attraction of this area, but it's like I don't know how to explain it in terms, but
well, I was trying to get a mix of like a city feel and then like a home style, like a country home style kind of feel. So like it's like when I tell you, I think it's like the Cracker Barrel of lands kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the only. It's like it's hard to explain because you're taking 2 different settings and you're mashing them up, but just the way it was done and the way it was mixed together, it feels so good and it looks so good.
Nice. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad it came across there. So, speaking of the homey side of our, I guess, the more rustic side, so right next to our city building here, we have Ned's Shed. And Ned's Shed is a functioning gift shop there. And this is kind of playing off of, this is, by the way, maybe one of like 3 buildings I actually built for this entire place. So, but yeah, Ned's Shed is kind of an homage to SDanWolf there. I really wanted to harness my inner SDanWolf, and he's just like, I love the way that he's able to to take any sort of themed object in the game and just kind of throw it on a building, and it works, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm usually kind of a little bit, I don't want to say afraid, but cautious to do stuff like that. Just like, oh, does this theme fit the building style and the material? Just kind of overthinking it. He just throws stuff together, and it looks so good. I know that sounds almost bad, just throw stuff together, but no, just the way that his building style is, it's just, I really took inspiration for it there. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Ned's shed there, and that if we whip around, we get a little glimpse of the. I didn't even realize you kind of see the station. Anyways, you get a few more glimpses of another empty shell building. This was built for the Bro Down competition last year that I was part of for the Bro Nation Discord there, and just kind of repurposed back over this way because we had an empty plot of land, but. So
is there anything in that building?
There's not, and looking at it, there probably could be. There probably could be.
You know
like
what we could put in there? You could put a bathroom, because I don't think your area has one.
Yep, nobody can take a poop over here. Good call. So yeah, we'll put a bathroom in there. Then,
we'll put a bathroom in there. We'll put bathroom signs on it and everything. Perfect.
And then right next to it there, we have the exit to the left there of our main attraction of the land, which we will definitely get to soon. And then the entrance to one of the 3 attractions here. And you've seen a little bit of it here, but we'll walk the queue for it. Nothing too special about the queue, to be honest with you. Just a pretty normal line with a little shade cover there for our aeroplanes. So there you go. Yep. So yeah, there you go. There's the aeroplanes, and we'll take the exit out to HPK Plaza.
Yes.
And finally talk about the thing that we've been kind of skirting around, which is this giant stick sticking out of the ground there. But yeah, this is our Terror Vader.
Props to Fisherman on the name.
Yes, thank you, Fisherman, for the name, and thank you, SDanWolf, for the building here. This is another one of those buildings that he went ahead and did that was a little bit too themed up, but we can finally go ahead and use it here, and it fits in perfectly. This was the first building to be put down in the whole area that kind of started the whole thing. So, yeah, there's our old elevator building there, and I forgot I built this. Yeah, here's our Royal Estates here, which is a little apartment building that I went ahead and put together real quick.
You know what it almost kind of reminds me of? Like those I don't know what you would call them, but they're like the little buildings in graveyards that house the...
like a, not a mortuary, a mortuary?
Maybe?
A morgue?
Not a morgue, because a morgue's in like a hospital or whatever.
A few moments later.
It is mausoleum.
It is. Google! There it is. It's like a New York themed mausoleum. There.
Thanks to my girlfriend. She came over with it on her phone. It's a mausoleum.
Thanks, HBK's girlfriend.
Shout out to her.
There you go. So, before the line here, again, really nothing too special. I guess it's kind of themed up on the side here because boxes and pallets, but
Yeah, but it adds to the aesthetic of the theme.
It does, yeah, absolutely. And then as you kind of move out here, you start to get little glimpses here of the church here, which is also built by SDanWolf. I swear I built some stuff in this and did just place buildings around, but...
well, that was his way of helping.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's your queue line for the Terror Vader, and it spits you out over this way. Shout out to Mike for custom trees, because custom trees make everything better.
Yeah, I gotta say too, that was a cool idea to put that brick wall in, so as you're in line, it kind of hides the ride.
Yeah, yep, I like doing that kind of stuff. You get just
obviously it doesn't hide the tower but it hides the ride platform. Whoops.
Okay, well, now that my dog's not barking at air anymore, we can go ahead and keep going. But anyways, yeah, that was the Terror Vader. So, again, just to recap, thanks SDanWolf for building this building like 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And
finally get to use it.
Yeah, and thanks Fisherman for the name there. So yeah, Terror Vader. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on down to the main attraction of the land here.
Real quick. Some people might be thinking to themselves who are a fan of the series, they might be like, well, why'd you guys put a drop tower in if there's a triple drop tower not too far away?
That's a good point, and I think you can see it from here too. Yep.
Those might be drop towers, but they're more like launch towers. The SNS, they do more than just drop you. Where this one's probably twice as tall. Because the in-game one, I think, is like 300 feet. Which,
yeah,
It's tall, but there are
accurate.
realistically intimate drop towers that are 300 feet, and there are ones that are taller too. So, but it's a completely different ride than the SNS launch drop towers that we already have. So we felt it okay that we can add it here. And not only that, what we're going to show, the coaster coming up, is a family coaster, so it's not really tall enough to have sight lines. We felt this area needed something that stuck up above the tree line. So
yeah, yep, and this isn't really too uncommon where you see parks put. Well, I guess it's not like a norm, but there's parks that literally have like an arrow boomerang coaster, and then right across from it, a giant inverted boomerang coaster. So like, it's not totally uncommon to put similar rides near each other. You know, there's only X amount of rides out there, kind of thing. So,
I mean, you got parks that have wooden coaster next to wooden coasters. So
sure. Right. So,
I mean, maybe those coasters are different, but essentially they're still both wooden coasters.
Right. So, yeah, we just wanted to point that out because there's always going to be someone be like, actually, you have two drop towers within walking distance of each other, so you can't have that. Anyways. But yeah, here we are at Moonshine Canyon. Oh, yeah, we have the CenterVille Church, which another SDanWolf production there. But yeah, CenterVille Church up there. No attraction or anything, literally just a facade building. I picture that they put all the Christmas decorations in there because I bet this area would look awesome during Christmas.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, or during the holidays. So they put all the holiday decorations in Centerville Church, but other than that, it's just a looky kind of thing. So, but
really cool that you put it up on a hill because, I mean, the only thing that I can think about it, Assassin's Creed 3, a lot of people hate that game, but in the town that you build, which is in Davenport, Rhode Island, or Massachusetts, wherever it is, you get a church in the game, and it's up on a hill, and it feels like that is one of the things, along with the just the whole aesthetic of the area, that makes it feel like it has that country vibe to it.
And that's funny that you bring that up because that was actually my inspiration for putting it up on a hill. Was you look at a lot of Northeast old churches that kind of resemble this, or like Midwest churches. A lot of them, they're whether purposefully or not, they're put up on a hill.
Yeah,
you know. Probably to get good sight lines of it from around the whole town there and stuff. So yeah, that was kind of funny you bring that up. So
yeah, either that or you're in the town and you can see the church, so you know where it is.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. But yeah, so here we are at Moonshine Canyon, and that is going to be the name of our. Is this a mock? Is it a Mock Rides launch family coaster? I don't even know the name of the proper name of the coaster that I built, but I think it's a Mock family launch coaster.
Yes, Mock. Yes.
Yes. So,
I don't know why I was thinking of something else. I was like, what's he talking about? Mock. I was like, oh wait, yeah. That's right.
You know that company that makes roller coasters? They're pretty good. So yeah, again, family launch coaster from Mock there, and yeah,
a family that's doing the pee-pee dance in front of us.
I know, they're letting me know that I forgot to build a bathroom. So the idea for this ride, I didn't really get the story elements in because I didn't want to go too hardcore, but the story generally for this coaster is that two friends during the time of Prohibition, which this is all set in, really wanted to have a drink. They were just tired of not drinking, so they decided to go way out into the woods, build a cabin, and build a distillery, basically, for themselves. And they started selling it throughout the town, and until eventually they got the eyes of the local sheriff, and it ensues into a giant car chase throughout the countryside and kind of throughout the town a little bit. Not really throughout the town, but yeah, through the countryside. So that's the general story as we're going. So the entrance to the ride is you're kind of going through this cave that kind of leads out into the, oh god, where am I at? Oh no! It's okay. So you're kind of going to this cave here that spits you out into the countryside of Centerville kind of thing. Little secret entrance into the cave. And yeah, as you come here, we have our Fast Pass entrance, which we'll take a quick glimpse at this. It just kind of goes down the side of like a canyon. Shout out to Cedar Point and Maverick. Specifically for their rock work, because that's where I took a lot of my inspiration was from the ride Maverick, basically. So
just big flat rocks like that.
Yeah,
were they real rocks or were they like?
No, they're
just
like
made to look like real rocks.
Exactly, and if you look at the ride layout, if you've never been on Maverick, it's a fast, quick launch coaster made by Mac as well, that does really tight turns and transitions and stuff, and they do it between canyons, kind of like what we did here. And yeah, they're just like plaster rocks put in between like the tight turns kind of thing. It's a really cool effect when you're going through it. But when you see pictures of it, like, yeah, that's a fake as fuck rock. So
I just want to clarify. I think that ride is made by Intamin.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. So,
just so we don't get that ride is not made by Mach.
Nope.
You get the commenters.
That's totally right. That's a good call there. So, this is supposed to be like their campsite that they did before they got to like their final spot in the wilderness or whatever to set up like their cabin and stuff like that. So that's what that was supposed to be. It's like a little camp spot. And then yeah, as you come up into the line here. This is the start of the little cabin area, or their distillery, or whatever you want to call it. Again, you're supposed to be out in the countryside, but, by theme park logic, there's the town, but we're going to disregard that. So
yeah.
It's theme park logic. Trying to get we'll get a good overhead view. You know how we do. We'll get good overhead views of everything. Oh, we have some stacking in the station. What the hell's going on? Yeah,
that's all right. If it's just sitting on the brake run, that's normal.
Oh, we don't want to let people sit on the brake run. What's going on with our ops? They need to get those trains out. God. Come through. I did a little bit of interior stuff, not too much, because our motto here at Lunawood.
Yeah, we don't really do too much interior.
Nope. But I figure since this is kind of open air and you can see into here a little bit from the outside, do a little bit, and by a little bit I mean I did like flooring, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's it there. That's probably as much as I would have done too. So.
Yep. And then, as you come in here, just a few more little things. This is supposed to be a garage, so this is a TMTK item that I've used in the park before. So just put little things around here that's supposed to make it look like this is a car garage kind of thing. Very minimal in the theming, but kind of get that idea through. I see you've added some lights in here since I've given the park over.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's good. So, but yeah, there's the station for whatever the name of this ride is. Canyon... Shit.
Moonshine Canyon. There we go.
Moonshine Canyon.
I swear we built this park.
I've been in this park once or twice before, so... here's a little ride ops booth as well. So yeah, there is that. We're going to take a ride on it, don't worry, but not quite right yet.
And it is a fun ride, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I will toot my own horn on this. This is the most fun I've had building a ride, and I think this is the best coaster I've ever built in the game, so...
And just to stack on that, we didn't really plan on doing this area right now, but we were kind of discussing what to do next when we were done with the lore episode, and it was build something that we really kind of weren't ready to build, or didn't really have the motivation to build, or build something that we wanted to. And this is what Drew wanted to do, so... Have at it. I mean, if it comes between building something that you're really not sure of, or building something that you want to do, build what you want to do. So I think from here on out, the rest of the episodes will kind of be sporadic and a little all over the place, depending on what we feel like building when we have the park.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a great thing to bring up, because we were just literally talking about it right before hitting record that we're not going to force anything. It's you never get a good result when you force a build. So whatever we feel like building, we'll just do that. So.
Yep.
But that is the area. I'm going to go ahead and back out. Bam. Where are we at? Oh, the front of the park.
Yeah, right in front of the park.
So we'll go back out and we'll head on over and take a look at this new area from overhead, and it's super wooded too. It's almost hard to get your grasp while you're in there, kind of thing. But that was definitely on purpose. But yeah, here is CenterVille.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm kind of purposely not showing the coaster either, just because from a guest perspective, if you've never been to this park and never seen an on-ride video of the coaster, you would have no idea what you're going into for it, because you can't see it at all from.
Yeah, it's completely hidden, which is awesome.
I love coasters that do that.
Yeah.
So literally the only place you can see it, we haven't really shown this off yet, is from
a path
right over this way.
Yeah, there's a little pathway that has a little corner of a turnaround towards the end going to the brake run, and that's on purpose, just so you could be like, oh, there's a coaster over here, what's going on? But,
right. Yeah. No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
other than that, I wanted the whole thing to be hidden.
Yep. You can't see it from outside the park. The only way you get to see it is if you're on a drone like we are right now.
Right, yeah. So, but yeah, no, here's this. You get a lot better grasp of the whole CenterVille layout, which is pretty much just like a Main Street layout with a cross section where a stop sign or stoplight would kind of go, and you have your Main Street businesses. So that really, it was just the main inspiration was a small Main Street. But yeah. So
yeah, and I will say this, at first he had it a little bit tighter, and it was a little claustrophobic. There was like no sidewalks in there. I was like, oh man, because it kind of, looking at the pictures that he was showing, it felt weird because the buildings were on the road. But
yeah,
he kind of spaced everything out, and it feels, like I said, it feels very natural, and it feels like welcoming. And
I forgot one thing.
Oh, back here.
Forgot about the Shanty Shack.
Literally.
Yeah, no, this was another thing I built for Coal Creek Park. I totally forgot about this. The Shanty Shack. And yeah, a lot of TMT. This is like all TMTK right here, pretty much. But yeah, I really like how this kind of turned out, how it's all like slanted over and everything. You stuck a vending machine. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, just so we can get people to try to interact with it.
Yeah, yep. So I forgot about that. The little Shanty Shack, which is another little small gift shops, and that was kind of another thing too. We have like I think three small little gift shops instead of there being like
a gigantic,
one giant,
like the Thunder Strikes Emporium over by Thunderbolt.
Right. So you kind of spread people out. You get them to come over to this side of the land, and then up to over here, and then into the middle parts. You kind of get people to spread out throughout the area, kind of thing. So. But yeah, there is the main look at that. Now I will go ahead and show off the rest of the coaster there because there are some things I'm pretty proud of.
Oh yeah, and if you guys follow Drew on Twitter, you would have seen some cool pictures that he was tweeting, and I think he even had one retweeted by somebody cool.
Yeah, Planet Coaster went ahead and retweeted basically this shot right here. That was good timing. Oh, that was good timing.
Very good timing. I couldn't try that again if we tried.
Nice. So, yeah, I took this picture and it. Now, I will say, and HPK even brought this up, this is not realistic at all. But whatever, kind of thing.
No, it's not. But it's so cool. Why not?
So yeah, I know that's kind of confusing to say when we're trying to build the most hyper-realistic park in Planet Coaster, kind of, well, not ever, but, up there kind of thing, and then I build a thing that's not realistic at all. I know, but, it looks cool. So if you don't know what we're talking about, the wood underneath the coaster, you wouldn't really see that. No,
I think I said it when he shared the picture with us in the Discord, the Luna chat. And I was like, it's not entirely realistic, but I don't know. I forget exactly what I said, but you were like, dude, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm like, oh, I wasn't suggesting that.
I literally put, I don't care what you say, I'm not getting rid of it. Because it kind of took a long time. And in the middle, and like right in the middle of it, I was like, oh shit, I should probably see if this is cool. Whatever, I'm just going to keep going. But yeah,
no, because I think is what I said. I didn't actually make my intentions known what I said, because I think I was like, I think I said it was like kind of almost like, looking back on it, it was probably like a backhanded compliment, but it wasn't meant to be. It was like I said something like, "Oh man, if that's not realistic, but how awesome is that?" or something like that.
Yeah, which I thought he was like, "Well, it's not realistic, so we have to get rid of it, but it does look cool."
Oh no, yeah, definitely. And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to get rid of it. It looks badass."
That's when I was like, I don't care what you have to say. It took too long, and it looks cool. It's staying forever. But yeah. So there's that little bridge section there, and the other little cool part that I really like. I know you can't really get a grasp of the layout. Don't worry, we'll take a ride on it so you can get a grasp of it. But this is the other cool part here. It dives underneath the station here. I went ahead and made it like a little canyon dive right through there.
The Mystic's cool.
Yeah, and that was your that was your suggestion there. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, the mist makes it basically. So there is that. You know what? We're gonna take a ride. Let's just go.
Let's take a ride.
We need to take a ride here. Pause the game real quick. Let me jump on this train right here. So ideally, if I could, and I was really going hardcore into it, there would be like audio through here kind of explaining the story and how the two friends are going out right now to do just like a normal delivery of booze and stuff like that, but then they're going to get intercepted by the police and go on this big extravagant chase throughout the countryside. So that's kind of the build up for the ride there.
Yeah, that's the preface, if you will.
Yeah, yep. So, go!
Go.
Now.
The game's not paused, we swear.
No, it's just the longest 10 seconds ever. Oh, my game froze.
Autosave?
Autosave! Okay, we're back. No more
Take
autosave.
Take two.
Yeah, we'll try this again. So let me speed up just a little bit. Gotta love autosave, man. Gotta love it. I was like, man, that's the longest 10 seconds ever. There we go.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, man, you did a really good job with this coaster.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, again, this is like a combination of like Copperhead Strike, basically like the more family version of Copperhead Strike is what I was going for.
And it's definitely cool because I definitely think you could classify it as a terrain coaster as well.
A what? A terrain coaster?
Yeah, because it follows the terrain. Yep. I mean, you got your awesome second launch.
Get a nice pop of airtime right there, right over the wooden bridge. Another pop of airtime.
Super smooth, too.
Back out into the woods. Now, you can't tell, but right here is where the path is. There, you can see it a little bit.
Yeah, unfinished.
And back into the station.
We'll get to that.
There we go. There is Moonshine Canyon. Yeah, again, I'm probably the most proud of any coaster I've ever built is that coaster right there.
Oh, yeah, I with good reason. And so, there's a little bit of the backstage.
Yep.
If you want to show that. I mean, it's a little underdeveloped, but we'll get to it.
It is. This is gonna be this whole area. I'm gonna keep coming keep coming back to it throughout my builds and adding little details here and there. I was just kind of done with my build, kind of thing. But
and you know that goes back to us saying a few minutes ago about not wanting to force builds and force stuff to get done and.
100%. Yep. I probably could have used like another day to build in this area to get all the little details I wanted, but I was done. I wasn't feeling it anymore. So yeah, why force it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So. Let HBK build when he has all the inspiration. So, but yeah, no, here again, this is the whole layout of the area. There is all of CenterVille and Moonshine Canyon. Comment down below. Now we're not ending the episode yet. We got to show off one more thing, but comment down below. Let me know what you think of this this whole area. What could I have improved on there? What could what's your favorite part of it? All that fun stuff there. So, yeah, let me know.
You got any comments or suggestions? Obviously.
Oh, always. Yeah. Yep. Inside jokes.
Inside jokes. Inside jokes are more welcome than anything.
Yep. So, well, let's go ahead and everyone wave goodbye. Bye, Centerville. And we're going to head on out. Heading back towards America. Oh, man, look at these views you get at the American Adventure and everything.
And just so everybody understands, that area of the park is kind of a dead end because it was tacked on as a complete afterthought.
Yes, and just to kind of show, I didn't really mention this, but the campground.
Yeah, butts up against the campground.
So the theory, or what we were thinking, is that this whole area and why it's so wooded is that this was, again, part of the campground and probably part of in-use campground. That's what I was trying to say. So this area hadn't been really touched at all for a long, long time.
Yeah.
It was a brand new development, so.
And obviously Lunawood is enjoying tremendous success during the post-2000s, and they're rolling in the money, and that's why they decided to take their hand in their first extreme theme, I guess I would say.
Yeah,
because a lot of the themes that we've had so far are kind of like mini themes where they just extend to one ride or one plaza, where now this is an entire themed area.
Yep. And not to get into it too much because we're going to totally talk about this in future episodes, but that's kind of the plan for Lunawood going forward, that they would go throughout the park, through American Adventure, all the way back to different areas and start to theme areas. You see a lot of amusement parks like Cedar Point and Busch Gardens, just other theme parks kind of turn into... amusement parks turn into theme parks. That's
like where they completely rebrand and redo areas from the ground up.
So Lunawood would not be any different there. So But yeah, let's go ahead and work our way over here. So this is the last little section we're going to show off, and I'm just going to do a whole overhead because it is a work in progress.
Yeah, this is a complete work in progress. This is only about half done. I've had the park for about 2 days, and Drew had put down. He's like, "What do you guys want to put in this empty spot?" And we're all kind of flailing our arms up in the air because we have no idea. And he's like, "What about go-karts?" I was like, I guess, yeah, you know what, that can fit in with that wave of improvements that Luna Parks Inc. did in the early 90s, right after they bought it. So it would have been, the drop tower, shredder, this, and a few other things that they did right away.
Right.
In the early to mid 90s.
Right. Yep. And I don't know about Six Flags Great America has a go-kart track right in the middle of the park, and it's so weird to me. But when it first opened, it was an upcharge attraction, but I think now it's not. So I think that would be the same thing with this, where it probably started out as like a $10 upcharge attraction if you want to do the go-karts.
Yeah, I want to say Great Adventure is very similar. They have a go-kart, although theirs is tucked back behind... it's tucked back behind their 4D theater. And if you don't really know it's there, you would miss it completely because they got like a rock climbing wall and they got Midway games all surrounding it.
Gotcha.
And it's literally tucked away behind the theater building. So, and I agree with you. I've never been on it because every time I've always wanted to, it was upcharged. I was like, I'm not paying to do that.
No. Personally, for me, I don't think go-karts belong in a theme park. Maybe back in the day they did, but...
it's more of like a boardwalk thing.
Yeah.
Or like an actual go-kart park thing.
Right, yeah. Maybe that's what it is, because like the area that I'm from in northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, like there's just go-kart parks around that you just go to them. I don't need to go to a theme park to ride go-karts.
Yeah, so. A big go-kart park, there's one just on the outside over the bridge in Ocean City, Maryland. There's a pretty kick-ass go-kart park where they got like upwards of 10-15 tracks.
Yeah, right.
And
right.
Yeah. I live at the Jersey Shore, you guys know that. If you follow the series a lot of the boardwalks have go-karts on them here and there. Specifically, Wildwood has some pretty intense go-karts that actually hit some pretty high speeds for go-karts. Like, we're talking like 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, we have one of those. We have a slick, high-speed oil track that...
Yeah, there's
fun.
there's like a really small family-owned, I guess you call it theme or amusement park. It's got like 5 rides and a Ferris wheel, and it has a go-kart track too, and Tuesday and Thursdays is wet track night, so you can drift around the corners a little bit.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I did want to mention before we head out that these two buildings here were both not made by either of us, but they fit so freaking perfect in this area that we had to include them. They're both built by Idro there, so shout out to Idro.
That was you put those down with the go-kart, and like you said, we kind of just threw our arms up. And if you turn around, you also had like this double layer path that we were like, we don't know what to do with it, but it just looks so cool, and there's nothing else like it in Lunawood. I just had to do something with it. Because you were like, we'll just get rid of it because nobody uses the upper path anyway.
Right, they won't either, and we got to figure it out.
I'll put some stuff up here. I'm going to put a point of interest here so people come to check out the coaster, and I might put a building or something else up here so people use it, or at least they're intent. Maybe they use it.
Right, and for those of you wondering, like, why won't they ever use it? It's just because this is the shortest. Planko peeps always take the shortest route, no matter what, to their destination. Yeah. And this outer one, they will never. It's always the longest route is the outer one here. When I would think in reality, even though this is a longer way, I would take this route up here just to go.
Just for views.
Yeah, and that's that's something that you can't really program into a guest is the view program or whatever, so I get it, but so we'll get something up there so we can get some interactivity going, but exactly.
And like I said, don't look at this area as it's done, because it's not. This is what I'm working on and will be pretty much the primary focus of the next episode, or at least 100%. One of the focuses of the next episode.
Right.
Because it's not the only thing that I plan on building, so...
I just realized that before recording episodes, we normally delete stuff that's behind me, but I totally forgot to do it, so I can't turn the camera around.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to end the episode doing this. That's okay, we'll end it back in CenterVille. We'll ride the coaster as we're ending the episode kind of thing. I totally realized that, though. We actually, if you look back in the episode, you might get a sneak peek of some stuff that was in there for half a second. But yeah, we'll end the episode taking another ride here on Moonshine Canyon there. So, but yeah, as I said earlier, let me know down below, let us know, I should say, what do you think of the new Centerville themed area for Lunawood? Do you like the kind of direction the park would be taking in the future as for these big themed lands? What do you think of the coaster? What do you think of the direction of the go-karts that HPK is doing right now? I love them. I think it looks exactly
if you guys got any ideas for the go-karts, now's the time, because I can interact with you guys and actually incorporate your ideas as I'm building.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, he's literally has the park right now. But yeah, no, as we're taking a ride here, we're going head on out of here. But yeah, for Lunawood, appreciate it as always. We'll see you next time.
Obviously, we're saying hello and goodbye for our buddies that work with us, SDanWolf and Fisherman and Matejakezman.
Yes,
can't forget about those guys.
I know. We'll get them building here soon there. So I can't hear anymore because the coaster is so loud in my ears, so you can take us out because I can't hear. Go.
Thanks, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed Lunawood episode 24. I'm HBK. That's my buddy Drew, BeyondDrewTV. Take care, fellas. Everybody stay safe out there.